110 Brickyard News, Etowah, North Carolina, brought to you by some of the best news staff in the area. Top story this hour: what does this yellow piece of paper have to do with the Gospel of John? Also breaking news this hour on updates in the youth room. All this brought to you by lead anchor Will Holt, an award-winning Bringing the News fresh to you. Yes, thank you for tuning in, young disciples. This is 110 Brickyard News. Thanks for joining us today. I am your host, Will Holt. So, getting right to the chase, it looks like weather predictions are looking really well. Let's tune in with Will Avatar number 1. Will, how's the weather looking outside today?
Yeah, hey, lead anchor Will. Yeah, Avatar 1 here. The weather's looking great, as you can tell. Skies are blue today. Leaves are out looking all green. It's been a wonderful day. The weather shouldn't be a problem. I just want to remind people, if you're out in the sun, make sure you put the sunscreen on. Make sure you wear your sunglasses. Don't want to get any sun rays in the eyeballs. Also, if you're out in public, I have my mask on here. Make sure you wear your mask and washing your hands and just being safe, 6 feet apart, all that. And you should be good. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy being out in the yard. And I'm turning it back over to you. Hope all is going well your way. Thanks.
It's a good reminder. Thanks for that. I am getting a little bit of breaking news here. Oh, wonderful news. It sounds like over at Etowah United Methodist Church in the kids' room, there's been some updates in the painting. So let's check that out. Bring it over to Will Avatar number 2. Let's see what we got going. Hey, young disciples, good to see you. Check out this wall. Things are looking really good. They're all coming together. We got the green, we got the blue on there. And check this out. I'm just starting on the orange. So maybe next week when you come, channel 110 Brickyard News, we'll finally show the full picture. And when you come back to church, maybe one Sunday, check this out. What we could do, there's a little tape in between each of the colors. Maybe we can go and pull the tape off together. It'll be super fun. So carrying it back over to you. Just keep up the good work, kids. See y'all next week. Oh, sorry. I thought it was commercials. Sorry, I thought I could take a little nap. Painting gets me really sleepy. I don't know what it is. It's the motions of painting. Oh, so tired. I just thought it was a commercial break. Sorry about that. I do apologize. But the colors look really great. It's exciting to see it coming to life there. And I believe down the road, like you said, we'll be able to tear some of that tape off as a group and see the completed project. Should be really nice. Now we're entering that time now. It looks like we're at our main story. So I want to tune in at this moment. Let's check in on Will Avatar number 3. Will Avatar number 3. Do you hear me? Loud and clear. Good. I'm glad you're checking in. How's things going over there? It's going great. Got a great text today to dive into. Good. Well, what story do you have for us? Lead us away, my friend. Yeah, so I have my Bible here. I'm going to read from the New Testament, from the Gospel of John. This is chapter 10, verses 9 and 10. It says, Jesus talking, he says, I am the gate. Whoever enters by me will be saved and will come in and go out and find pasture. Like, the green fields. And we're sheep, right? And we find those pastures. That's what he's getting at. And then verse 10, the thief comes only to steal and destroy, but I come that they may have life and have it abundantly. Yep, that's a beautiful text. I really enjoy that text. It talks about Jesus as that gate, right? That, we have this wall, this fence, and we can't, as sheep, we don't feel like we can get in and out. Sheep kind of need a guide, right? They need a way in and out. They need someone to lead them. And Jesus, to me, is like that guide. What do we call a guide for sheep? Yeah, do you know what it is? Yes, a shepherd, right? So Jesus is kind of like the shepherd. And here he's talking about, he's even that gate, that way in and out. And I think about my own experiences in life and when I've needed guides. I went rafting down a river before. If you've never done it, you'll go one day, and when you get up in the youth group, you'll probably go with the youth group. And what happens is they put you in this boat and they give you a paddle, life jacket, a helmet, and all that. But they don't send you by yourself, right? No, they send you with a guide. And that guide, he or she, will tell you when to paddle. And they'll also tell you when to paddle backwards, right? In case you're going into dangerous waters. They'll say, go backwards. And so it's a great analogy of having that guide. And sheep are the same way. Sheep kind of need that guide. Sheep, sometimes they bump their heads up against walls trying to get through. And it's kind of like this here. I have this wall. And you can imagine this being myself here. You know, I have this wall and I just can't quite see over this. I can't quite even climb this wall or this fence. And I can't get around it. And I keep bumping my head up against it. You know, it reminds me, what are the things that I'm bumping my head up against? What are the things in my life right now where I might need a guide? And so what I love about this text here is we have Jesus, and Jesus says he's the gate. He's like the shepherd. And Jesus comes and he takes that wall and he kind of flips it around. And all of a sudden, we now have a hole in the wall. Sort of like a gate that we can go through, we can see through, right? But on my own as a little sheep, I just can't get through that wall. There's no hole in the wall. There's no way through. And so I rely on Jesus to be my guide, to be my shepherd. I think that's a good analogy for our life, to need someone to help guide us. So take encouragement from that this week, whatever we may be bumping our heads up against, that God is there and Jesus is there to guide us. So challenge you to, if you have those, maybe go back and read John 10. Get your parents to read some of John 10 to you, and just find yourself in the scriptures and in prayer to guide you this week. So thanks, kids. Turn back over to our main anchor, and y'all have a blessed week, young disciples, and I'll see you again next week at 110 Brickyard Nose. Back over to you. Really great lesson there, Avatar 3. I'm so glad you shared that with us today. I'll be remembering that, John chapter 10. So thanks for that lesson. Young disciples, keep up the good work and stay tuned to 110 Brickyard News. We'll see you again next week.